All right, good evening, everybody. Camera. All right, so from the title, as you can see, finally today we will start trying to mix the song we've been working on this month. We're gonna start with adjusting the session, meaning we're gonna route the drums. We're gonna actually have got everything. So read these notes. We're gonna route the drums. We're gonna make sure everything's level is correct when it comes to MIDI before we export it to audio. We print it to audio. We uh, print the bass because I normally print the bass separately, and I'll show you why. I do like several, not several, like I think two prints. So one would be with every other track, and the other one would be just with the effect of the distortion of the actual sampler, just so that when I have all the audio, I can choose what type of amp I'm gonna use. Am I gonna use the sampler's amp? Am I gonna use an amp that I'm gonna put over the DI? Am I gonna blend both of them? Which probably would be the case, to be honest. We're gonna do some reverse symbols as well, and then we're gonna make sure we're gonna group everything like these so that they're natural, but we're group everything and set master mixes. So basically, we're gonna prepare everything for the mix. Now, if we still have time at the end, do some gain stage and it will get us ready to actually dive into the mix. Now, the way I do normally gain staging is a little bit part of the mix, so I use the Joey Sturgis method because basically, and you will see this during the session, and I'm gonna repeat it multiple times, and probably the next stream as well. If this mix leaked to next stream, which I think it will, um, is I am just like I'm a musician that want to just release tracks and make them sound as good as I can without getting into every single nitty gritty of like the mix or the unnecessary technicality. I'm not trying to be a mixing engineer. I'm not trying to be a mastering engineer. All I have is that I want to release music, right? And I want to release music. I want to do it myself, so I can try to learn all of these aspects as well. Which is why you will see me use a lot of plugins that are just made for the purpose of fast mixing, right? So a lot of like Joey Sturgis stuff. Maybe we'll use some STL Control Hub. I have never actually used it before, but we might play with that. But a lot of the things that I'm gonna do, you will see, is very kind of like a quick mixing things because I regularly take a lot of time to make a song and to mix. So even using those, I just spend a lot of time doing like simple stuff or like zooming in on things that a lot of people might just go over. This is why these streams are good because it will kind of help me um, speed things up, if you know. So with that being said, let me switch to the other. Here, got the two cameras. By the way, I've got a new mic. So hopefully the audio is better than last time. Last time, one of our chatters, I think it was Rough Guitar Studio, his name. We struggled with the mic. He was kind of giving me feedback live on mic issues, and we're trying to fix it together. And then I told him, that's it. I'm just gonna buy a new mic. So got MV7X, which is basically, there's the iconic SM7B. They've made an MV7, which is very similar to it, kind of a lower price, but it has like USB and it has a lot of like other functionalities. But because they've realized that a lot of people are buying that and if they're only using the XLR, they made another version of that, which they called it the X, and they've removed everything that is not XLR from the MV7, and they've made an MV7X, which is this one. So I would say if you've got an audio interface or if you do music, which is probably why you're watching this, and you wanna like stream or do YouTube videos and stuff, and you want you know, first before investing a lot in streaming, you want to make sure you've got some ROI. Uh, by the MV7X. But with that being said, what we're gonna do, we're gonna just listen to the track, how it was since last time, because I haven't listened to it. I don't normally listen to the track anymore after the stream, maybe just to prepare it a little bit during the week, but other than that, I'm trying to listen to everything with you guys. So let's just listen to it and start the process of today. All right, fantastic. So that's the entire track. Obviously, as you can hear, you know, it's got zero mixing. I mean, the only plugins here are the guitar amps, right? And that's just the guitar tone. Other than that, there's literally zero plugin. What's this? Yeah, Lock On is a tuner. I think I was just trying to have it on the synth. I think I have this on because when I was doing the bends, the pitch bends, I just wanted to make sure that I'm hitting the right note in the bend. But this does nothing. It's just a tuner. What do we have here? Oh, this is. Why does this have a compressor? What this? Random producer guy, thank you so much for the follow. Appreciate you watching us from Kick. By the way, last stream Kick was off when I streamed, and Lala by what's that? I'm not sure about this artist. My knowledge outside rock and stuff is a rock and metal. And yeah. But yeah. So by the way, yeah, I was saying that Kick last stream was off. So a lot of the guys that used to watch us on Kick last Sunday, I think it was it Sunday or Friday? I can't remember when it was off. Friday, I think. Then do Stranded by Gojira. I think I'm using actually Gojira amp right now. See, so today, just to say again the kind of agenda for today. So we're working on this track for this month, which is a cover for Guilty Gear Holy Orders. Normally I do original tracks, but I wanted to cover Holy Orders for the game Guilty Gear because it's kind of like has a lot of melodic elements that I used to like growing up. I always wanted to cover it. So I was like, let's do that for like my first batch of streams. So we've done this over the course of the past few streams, but today we're gonna start mixing it. So we're gonna prepare this session to mix it. And we're just gonna, what we're gonna do today is just gonna route some drums, print some MIDI to audio, do some reverse cymbals, decide on the bass tone, and just prepare and do some gain staging maybe and prepare it for the mix. But yeah, I was just checking them to make sure that I don't have any plugins here. I found that I do have one on this track, which is trying to find out what track this is. I think this is. Let's see. All right, so it is when I got the MIDI. I was playing around with another track that I've added at the end as an Easter egg, right? So there's this here called Feedback, which is another track by Guilty Gear, and I've added this kind of like as an Easter egg so that anybody who knows the franchise get like surprised at the end. But actually we don't need this, so what I'm gonna do is let me just get the STIs, go to this and remove it altogether. Don't need this. I don't think I can keep these in the disabled track. They're not doing any harm. They're out of the way. So yeah, but for the sake of random producer guy on Kick, we're just gonna play the first half of the track, so just so you can get some context of, or anybody watching us on Kick can get some context of where we are or what is the track. Yeah, I can see. I can see. I will take that as that you like the track. What did you like about it? What didn't you like about it? Um, give us some feedback so maybe we can see how we can work on. You can add lyrics. No, so the original track doesn't have lyrics. If I can play it quickly without getting copyright. So show you how the original one sounds. Again, normally I do original stuff. I wanted holy orders. Decided that. Okay, so this is the one. Uh, no, this isn't the original. The original actually doesn't have this much orchestration. The original has strings. It has a harp scored, and it has organs, but it doesn't have all the brass and the stuff that I've added. And I wanted to make like the epic version of it. You know, I wanted to kind of make an epic version of it. And I said previously in the stream, I wanted to take like the vibe of the opening themes of like Attack on Titan, or like some like that type of epic orchestra, like kind of heroic epic orchestra, and add it here. This is why I'm adding a lot of these elements. I can show you some of the orchestration by itself, but this is kind of a little bit of the original track. I'm not gonna play a lot of it because I'm still trying to work out how these copyright things work when you're streaming, especially because I'm streaming right now on YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. So I don't know how that works, but let me just do a little bit of it, so you can get the vibe of the original one. Oh wait, desktop audio. Yeah, this is the version that I like. Anyway, so that's kind of how it sounds like, and the Easter egg at the end is this. Is a song called Feedback. So I took the last part of it. It's a small track for Guilty Gear. Like I think it is used at the intro of one of the games. But I've took this, I think, from here. No, from here. Yeah, I'll actually. So this part at the end, I've added it in this track, kind of Easter egg. But you're asking me to show you some original. I actually, that's a good idea, because we've just one of my originals that I've finished last month got released on the 17th, and I want to do a stream where I unpack the mix and I unpack everything I've done in it, because a lot of people liked it. Some of my friends like apparently people liking it. So let me play this for you, which is an original I've done last month. It was released on the 17th, and tell me what you think. It's 4 minutes 20, so I'm not gonna play all of it unless you tell me to carry on. I'll just play until the breakdown or something. But yeah, tell me what you think. Now the breakdown. And so on and so forth. But yeah, you know what? I really wish I can do vocals, but I'm not a singer. And let's say this needed keep going, okay? Yeah. So I I guess you like it. Yeah, man. If you like it, I mean, make sure give us a follow. Add us to your gym playlist or gym or driving playlist or uh, remind you of Gojira. Yeah. So what it is, I think some people say Born of Osiris. If you know them, some people say Gojira because it has a lot of like teeny, like very like know. It's not. It's everywhere. It's not just on Spotify. It's Apple, SoundCloud, YouTube, Tidal, wherever you listen to music, it's there. Just search my name, Tarek M.G, or you can search for the song name, which I don't recommend because it's fucking long. Um, but it's on YouTube. It's everywhere. I don't. I'm not sure if it's on. I don't think it's on Bandcamp. Who uses it? I'm not sure if people sleep Bandcamp. But yeah, it's on YouTube Music if you have it. Yeah, and I've got the rest of them are on on YouTube itself and on YouTube Music. So find me there. So yeah, appreciate if you give us a sub there or follow, and add this to your playlist. So when I make these tracks, I'm always imagining the utility of it again because they're instrumentals and I'm not a vocal, and I don't want to work with a vocal unless they're really aligned with me. Because yeah, I've working with musician is a little bit tedious. Um, yeah, and to be honest with you, on top of all of that, as you can see, I've mixed this myself and everything. I think it's a decent mix for a solo guy. Like I'm not like a I don't produce or mix as a profession. Just but with that being said, I am not experienced when it comes to vocals, right? So you get this production, for example, and so on and so forth. But if you give me vocal on it, I don't know what. Like I've never, like I haven't really uh, played around with vocal mixing and like made mistakes and for me to learn. I would probably if let's say I was put in the situation where somebody might want to collab, I'd probably have to spend like, which is fine with me, absolutely. Especially if we align like with someone on the collab, I think I would have to spend some time, kind of really, what would you call it? Trying to learn how to mix vocals and to find out like what quick mixing tools for it. But yeah, yeah, yeah. I'm definitely down to collab, man. If you, I'm not sure. What do you do exactly? Are you a vocal? Do you play instruments? Uh, great with mixing vocals. Yeah, I mean, what we can do, for example, I can mix the track, and maybe we can maybe mix the vocal together, right? So yeah, we can do that. I've got like a lot of tracks that we're gonna work on. So yeah, usually I do vocals too. Fantastic. Do you do like also like metal stuff? Because this song in particular, it needs some. I'm imagining if there's gonna be a vocal, because I was really inspired by bands like Bleed from Within, Born of Osiris, Shukran Band, things like that. I'm trying to remember if I got inspired by anything else, but I think these three are the main. Like the riffs here in the verse are um, Bleed from Within. The first initial riff is Born of Osiris. The chorus, actually, which is the orchestral one, it was actually inspired by the Prince of Persia theme track, the movie one. It's one of my favorite compositions. Top favorite compositions. I love the feeling it gives you. Add my Discord. Yeah, for sure, man. If you you go to you're on Kick, so if you go underneath the stream, you'll find socials. DM me on Instagram, and I'll add you on Discord for sure, and we can chat 100%. Yeah. And if you know anybody, like if you do metal vocals, fantastic. If you do clean vocals, fantastic. If you do like, because if, for example, if you do clean vocals, we can do something like this, like the Denmark Street one, where it's very Linkin Parky. So on and so forth. Yeah, you've done a punk rock song. Yeah, man. I mean, send me that also on Instagram when you send me a DM. I'll check it out. Give you a follow. And I'm not sure if you've released that song, but yeah, we'll check it out. And yeah, I'm down, man. It's anything that's fun. I mean, I do this as like this is my main obviously hobby, and this is why I decided to make like streams and like content out of it, like on YouTube and TikTok and like Twitch and Kick and all of that stuff, just to be like, I'm very passionate about this, and maybe I can share some stuff that people can chill with. Like the last thing I want is to sit here and claim that I'm an expert at any of these processes. You know what I mean? Um, yeah. Boom, found you, man. All right. Yeah. all done. So yeah, cheers for the follow on Kick, by the way, and Instagram will definitely connect. Where are you from, by the way? Where are you watching us? I'm in the UK. About I think 8:30 here, and I'm glad you entered at the beginning of the stream. We're still gonna chill till 11 my time. So normally I stream for 3 hours. Obviously, you don't have to stay the 3 hours, but Canada. Okay, so I think it's about 7 hours, 9 hours. So it's probably noon where you are, or a little bit afternoon. Um, yeah, it's probably 2 o'clock, or o'clock or 12 something. Um, it's funny because when I stream, normally I stream every Friday, every Sunday. This time, which is 8. I mean, I've started streaming 45 minutes ago, and on Sunday at 6, so 2 hours earlier from now, every week. But normally I get more people from the other side of the world than the UK or Europe. Last time I got somebody from Poland, but yeah, most of the times people there. Yeah, 3:30. Um, yes. Okay. So yeah, let's see where we're gonna go with. Okay, so again, with the bullet points that I've got, we're gonna first work on routing the drums. So let's go to the band section, and then after we route everything and print everything to audio, I'm gonna then tidy up the mix to get it to prepare it, because then normally the way how I do stuff is that I would have four, let's call them masters, minus the stereo out. So I would have a mix bus basically, which is like everything goes into it, and then before that I have three master buses, which is one for the band, one for the orchestra, and one for the production. And that's just so I can like sidechain stuff into them. So specifically either in certain parts or constantly in the entire song, make sure that one is more dominant over the other, like the band is more dominant than the orchestra, and then the orchestra is more dominant than on the production. By the way, production, when I say production, I'm talking about production elements. Like in rock and metal, production means any sounds that are not band or instruments, like synths, explosions, drops, risers, swells, I don't know, weird effects. All of that stuff is production. Uh, yeah, and I have them, getting sidechain. But we'll see that when I tidy up the track and create all of that. Let's first do what we want to do and route the drum. So let's go to the inspector. Let's open our drums. Superior drummer. And I don't think we want this anymore. I think we were using this just to find these symbols. So I don't want this. Get rid of back. Okay. So right, let's start first tidying everything inside Superior Drummer, and then we'll get everything out. Okay. So what we'll do is we will put all of the kick stuff. This. So it's already busted. Okay, well, we're gonna create multiple outs anyway. Normally, I leave out one to. Um, I know this guy on Twitch is. Um, Normally, I leave out one to empty, because what will happen? I don't actually print drums to audio. I just keep them MIDI. Everything else I print it to audio, and with routing, if you keep out 1 2, then if you want to name it to kick, for example, you will have to name the actual MIDI track, which I don't like. It's very OCD. I just don't like to do that. So what I do normally is, 1 second. See, I'll put everything on different outs. So starting from the one after. So let's go to kick and we'll put out 3, 4, and immediately we'll name this. Right, and then at the end you'll find that we don't have out 1, 2 anymore. The only thing I'm concerned about, because this is the first time I use this patch, normally I use Metal Machine, is that I think this out has an effect on it. And I think if I turn this off, the drum sound will change, which is fine. I mean, we can still craft something without that. But let me just see with it and without it how the drums. Yeah, random producer guy on Kick. Absolutely, yeah. Thank you for jumping in a bit. We're streaming for 3 hours, so if you can jump in after, that's fine. But yeah, we'll carry on Instagram and definitely see how we can collab. But yeah, enjoy the rest of your day from Canada. Thanks for the follow. Okay, so what we'll do right now is we'll see how this sounds when we turn on, when we turn the black box on and we turn it off. Fantastic, cheers, man. Okay, I'm not really fussed about it. I mean, I think it has like a compressor or limiter or something, but I'm not really fussed. I mean, we can still get a great sounding drums without it. So we'll carry on our process. So let's make sure all of the kicks are going to our kick bus. Let's see if there's anything that has to do with kick. There's a kick comp here, which is cool. I like. That's why I'm gonna try in every song to use a different drum patch, because it's kind of like showing me how, for example, with Superior Drummer, how every single patch has a different mix setup inside the library, and that probably give us a unique drum sound every time for every track. I also wanna in the future try other sound libraries. Normally I use Superior Drummer. Like I've always used Superior Drummer, but I've got now the Get Good drum stuff and the Mix Wave stuff, which sound awesome. There's a Gojira one that I want to try. There's the Luke Holland one that I think also sounds good, but maybe we can try them on other tracks. Right, so we've done the kicks. Let's do the snare. I just want to see what's this one shot. What sample is this? Okay, so it's nothing. So it's not a cake, nothing, shake, all of that. So I don't think we need this. So kick, snare. Create another one, 5, 6. Snares to go to. Snare. Snare top. Snare bottom. Then we go to hi-hat. Hi-hat obviously has its own bus, and I don't like to put it with the overheads. And I don't... okay, hi-hat. Toms. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna route the toms first. So route the toms here. There's hi-hat, because that's how this is how I lay in Cubase. So kick, snare, tom, and then the hi-hat. 9, 10. Okay, what else? Toms, we've done them. Overheads. Now with the overheads, this is good that we're gonna route everything to one bus, because... Oh, actually, I I've just thought of something that could such a time saver. So this symbol here is not playing from the only the ambient. But this symbol that we've added does play from the over. make it in time. But what I'm gonna do with that is I think I'm gonna put all of these guys in the same bus. So, and then route all of them to the overhead. So I'm gonna put this in the overhead bus, then this in the overhead bus. Okay. Then I'll route this bus to a new output, which is 1112. Rename it overheads. Next, ambient, which is room. 1314. Snare comp goes to snare. Kick comp goes to kick. Reverb has its own output. Drum reeve. Drum reeve. And one shot we don't need it. Shaker we don't need it. All of this stuff we don't need. Don't care about this stuff. Actually. One second. Maybe this. By the way, nothing is playing. When I played this, nothing came out because I haven't activated the outs. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What we need to do, you go here and you go 4, 5. Now these are activated. So theoretically, if I click play, it should play. Fantastic. And now this has been left alone, which is what we want, because just to explain what will happen. So see, this says drums here. So if I want to make this kick, the problem is if I rename this, as far as I remember, this also gets renamed kick, and this holds the MIDI file. Now, just for OCD purposes, I don't want my drum MIDI channel to be called kick, to be called drums. This is why I leave first out untouched and just try and start from the next ones. All right, so let's rename these. Kick, tom, so for those who don't understand what just happened, we've just so you've got Superior Drummer. All of these are mic'd, and this is the mixer for those mics, right? So we've put all of these on outs inside, like outputs inside Superior Drummer, and then told Cubase that can you create a separate channel for each one of these outputs, because we're gonna process them individually. And now these are mapped. These here, right? So I'm just gonna call. Actually, I don't need to rename. Just keep it like this. But yeah, and this is now the track. Let's make sure that the toms and the hats are playing as well. So everything is playing, but let's go to a section where there are some toms just to make sure that we've routed it correctly. Hats. Open hats. Is that a hat? Alright, hats is working. Fantastic. Right, let's go toms here. Boom, fantastic. Okay, so everything is routed correctly. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, so that's drums done. So that's on the list. Make sure all levels are correct. What I mean by this on the notes is that every single, because we're gonna now route everything to audio, every single MIDI instrument, we're just gonna make sure that it's the volume is correct on it. So we might just summon each, just open harp. By the way, let's just save. We are okay. So we're using the orchestral tool harp. We've got the Italian one and the French one. So French one, yeah, not clipping. Italian, clipping, good. All right, organs, one by one. Close this. Again, this is kind of like a pre-mix setup that I do every single time. Just right. So church organ. Sounds good to me. Right, church organ lead. Line player. Fantastic. I think this has automation, so we'll just print it with. When it becomes audio, we can, if we want, a symphonic organ, which is on contact by Spitfire. Rid of this sound. Sounds good. Then, I actually haven't realized I've got 5 organs in. And then I've got the synth organ for the lead. This we're using Twin from Fab Filter. As you can see, it's panned to the left. This is something I'm gonna change, and this is why I go revise all of them for things like that. I'm gonna change this one because I want to pan in the mix, just in case I want to change something. Maybe I want to pan it more, maybe I want to pan it less. I want to have that control when it's audio. So C. Check the. This is also sine player. We'll put it on center as well. Next strings. So let's see. First one, we've got the string ensemble. Imperial. Okay, so it's not clipping. Sounds good to me. Next, high strings. By the way, I close the first one. Right, so this is the high strings from Orchestral 2. Wait. See, I'm really glad I've revised this because I found a massive, a major mistake. These are playing sustains, which is wrong. So we found a post-production mistake or a writing mistake. That's why you need to revise the tracks. So this should not be sustain. It should be. We'll try spiccato. Where's the key? Key. All right. What? Oh no, it's actually correct. But what happened? I think I played it from here after I played the sustain. Then I did this. Okay, makes sense. But if you actually play it, sounds good. Okay, so panicked for no reason. Fine. So the levels are okay. We checked these big chords here. Well, they're actually not sustained chords, but they're playing louder than the rest, and the audio's still fine. Basically, I can still do reduce the volume after I print it to audio, but I prefer to do this now just so I can get like a correct level before I print. I mean, why not? I close contact again. Right, so now we need to check this one, low string. Fantastic. Right, so strings are good. Let's go to brass, which is actually my favorite section, the entire orchestra. Go to check here. There. Okay. Horn. By the way, if anybody here in the previous how the brass sounds like, show you, especially this section. By the way, if anybody composes that's watching and they're wondering why is the velocity and the dynamics are squished, it's because I've tried multiple times, and when I'm doing like metal or rock or something that has a lot of wall of sounds, especially when the rock is the main protagonist and then everything else is a support. I've tried multiple times to make dynamic orchestra works where you actually modulation and all of that stuff. For me, I can't make it. It doesn't seem to sit well in the mix when it's like this for some reason. Like when I try to make realistic modulation, realistic dynamics, realistic velocities, as realistic as I can, obviously, it just doesn't cut through because of the massive wall of sound from the guitars and the bass, and even the bass is distorted, and you've got drums that is parallel compressed, and they are the main sound. So it's not like you make them, it just really fights for it. So um, and I don't want to like over compress stuff, especially with orchestra. So what I tend to do is just to make this section, extremely hot on dynamics and velocity, and then it will cut through the mix better. Because unfortunately, the listener, the average listener, that I find that they don't care if the trumpet is playing realistically or not, as long as the melody is there, everything. I think they do care if they're listening to a score or they're listening to, like, let's say something where the orchestra is the main protagonist. Of course they do care, right? But or not they care because they know it. They care because they can just feel it, right? Even people who don't like know or how orchestra works. But when the band is the main protagonist, I think it's different. Anyway, it's just one man's opinion. Um, so trumpet sounds good, and horns. What? No, so again, the key changes before it. Oh yeah, sounds good. Trombones sounds good as well. Zimbasi, I've got only one section. This definitely needs to be a little bit quieter in the. This as well, but anyway, we're checking volumes quickly before we. Woodwinds. Okay, so it's only giving the attack. Right, so we've got choir. Check the sound. Fantastic, not clipping. Alright, choir. Got staccato one. Sustain one. Put it here so you guys can see this and then the rest of it. Screen. Okay, that sounds alright. Then you've got the sustain. Oh. Cool, okay. So what else now? Percussion. I've got the roll. Definitely not clipping. Got the full swells. Got percussion swell. Percussion simple. Bomb. And then you've got the bells. And to the right. Yeah, I'm gonna hand that now. And it when I audio, and then you've got serious bell. Left. By the way, I'm gonna say vision. Call it. Remix. Okay, cool. So that's the bit one. Now let's close all the orchestration, production. Still have to name stuff. Production. Let's go synths. See the volume of. What I'm gonna do actually. Sometimes. All right. Like, why didn't I just open the mixer from? I don't know. Not gonna lie, this is the first time I do this on stream, and it's it just hits a little bit different when this is gonna be like, people are gonna be watching this. All right, center this. Synth, it's fine. That was good. Got this. Good. It's not. And I just want to make sure that it's not clipping. I don't care how loud it is or quiet it is. Not clipping and not just not clipping. Obviously, review. Like, I want to hear it playing as well a little bit, just to make sure like there's any mistakes or anything odd, or like now, for example. Why can't I hear this? Exactly the stuff that let's see what we've got. This one. And it's not playing because yeah, like, why is this not playing? Output 3. What am I missing? You see what I'm missing? Mosaic neon. What preset is this? Big bad. Did I turn this off by mistake or anything or something? Because this wasn't even on. And we auditioned this last stream, so how did we audition this? I probably turned it off by mistake or something, because that's very weird. So this is a layer for this solo, basically. The synth solo. This note is not the right note. What's happening? I'm sure this is B as well here. It sounds... Wait. Alright, let's fix this. There's some fixing that needs to be done here. What's your problem? Let's find out what's the problem here. I think the problem is that this was too long. Yes, so okay, let me just explain what happened. This here, this note, was bleeding in to the same note after it. And it was just, it happens actually a lot when you're trying to do legato. So, because normally when you want to do legato, you mark everything, right? You just add a tail. And I'm not saying this has legato, but this MIDI has been, because I've layered it, this has been copied from another synth. And the legato of it was off. But I can see this note. This happened 3 times, so I must have missed it also here. Let me just check. Where are you? Where are you? To G. Where's the G? Here it is. Okay, so just make sure that on every, there's only 3 layers, so it's easy to do. I'm gonna put this here, then move here. Just to make sure that the other also are not like fucking up here. Okay. Okay. I don't like this B for some reason. Okay, let me slice it here. Sounds better now. Okay, sounds way better. But again, this is, I mean, see, this is why it's important to go and revise everything because before you print them. I could have just printed this, and I know some people will be like, well, when it comes to clipping, you can just play the track and then just go over anything that clipped. But again, I'm not just revising the clipping before I print. I'm trying to make sure that I can revise as much as possible before I clip because, it's annoying to. I'm gonna keep these tracks as disabled in a folder. You will see what I do, but it's gonna be annoying. Like if I found this mistake while in the middle of the mix, and then I have to go back and read. It's just such an interruption. I will try. I would rather spend some time before I mix and tidy up the session, and not worry about this. And if any mistake happened like this during the mix, indeed, even after I revised it, then it is what it is. But doing this, you'll at least try to eliminate 70%, let's say, from things like that happening. All right, let's move to this one. Let's remember what this is. This is Mosaic Tape. The preset is Opening Credits. And I'm actually gonna name that Opening Credits. Yeah, I like to name them just because in the future, if I get back to the song, I would know what this is. Let's give it like a light color. The way I imagine synth is like they're very light colors. Let's do this, something like that. Not necessarily limey, but it's very light, like even light blue, light pink, like very light stuff. Piano. Fantastic. I'm using the Helion Sonic one here. Which is good piano. I want to try to use, the problem is going to take a lot to load, but I'm really tempted to use a piano from a new library I've got. Well, it's going to take a little bit to load because I have it on my HDD, and it's a very big library. Just to load that, I think will take ages. So we'll just probably leave it for now. This is a good sounding piano anyway. I mean, and again, this piano, it's not like I'm doing a piano section. This is all like layers. Like even this is not necessarily layer, but it's just kind of like a, orchestral effect. Risers, let's check the volume of them, and as you can see, it's kind of like the end here. Fantastic, no clipping. What about this one? Now let's take this and try it. Fantastic. And then we've got the bass drop, which is, where do we have the automation? We have one here. All right, so let's just go here. Okay. Okay. It's not clipping at all. So I think that's ready for us. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna just make sure that the naming convention is all correct. I think it is. And then we'll print everything. While we can do that, because it's about half the stream, just gonna take a little bit 2 minutes break just to go for something interesting. Some of my tracks. We'll take a 2 minute to 5 minutes break, and we'll come back. So if you're watching, just stay tuned. And we'll be with you in a second. I'm gonna put the stream starting soon banner. back. Let me go to the main scene. Right, this one. Okay, so I hope you guys are still with us. Where are we? Ready to print everything. Okay, so now this is where just scratch this from our list. This is where we're gonna look at the base, just because this is what I said that I wanna make sure that I print the right stuff, and I might do 2 rounds. So the way I go about base is first I need to print the eyes. So here I have two base sampler, and the reason why I have two base samplers just because of the slide. So the problem is that one DI sounds really different than the other. So this slide DI sounds different, but I had to do it because the main bass, which is Eurobase 3, doesn't have the slide, or at least I couldn't find any. That sounds exactly. I mean, it has slides, obviously, but it doesn't have it sounding like this. Right, this is the type of slide I want. I think you can make it slide trigger. I think you can make it somehow, but the slide I took it from the Gin bass, which is this one. Now the only problem is that both of them, the DI sounds really different. Alright, so this is the first one. I mean, the second one, I mean, Gin bass sounds really different. I think you need to increase this a little bit. Okay, I mean, when I increase the volume, it sounds a little bit similar now, which is good. But regardless, what we're gonna do first, before everything, is that we're gonna print the DI of both of them, right? So because it's more important than the distortion. The distortion is gonna be a blend when we choose the tone. But let me turn everything off. So power's off, so that's the DI. So let's see how the DI sounds like, and you'll see they sound very different. So that's the Euro bass. That sound different. So we'll leave them at DI, and when we print, we're gonna print all of this. I want to print the DI first, and then we'll do another round just for the bass, printing the distortion. Okay. Right. So naming conventions. Do we have any like weird? Okay, this one is anything else? No, fantastic. We're ready now. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna mark this. Let me make sure that the end of the song has enough tail. Fantastic. I mean, that's gonna be faded out. No worries. I think just for safety measures, just for safety measures, let's go and increase the bass to match the guitar. It's fine here, so let's go to the editor. Yeah, I think this is fine. Okay, just the zoom. All right, so now that's everything's done. I'm excited for this now. Let me just print everything. Told you. So what we do, we go and mark entire track, click P, right? And this will mark exactly the beginning and the end for the track. In fact, I think it didn't. Okay, now click P. It's done. And let me see where the let me see if there's like any interruption, because I like one bar before the print. Fantastic. Right, so the track is ready. So what we do, file, export, audio mix down. And what we do is you unselect this. Well, you need to select something first. And you need to click multiple. So unselect this. And you can click instrument tracks. Audio channels, not. Actually, no. DST channels, yes. So this is, these are not named properly. That's good that we noticed. So I'm just gonna go and rename these. And this is for the bass. So these two, yeah, they're not named. So let me just, I'm pretty sure this is slide. This is the regular one. Let's just make sure. Okay. What? It seems like both of them are coming out of this. That's it. So I'm glad that we figured this out. So what we need to do is we need to go to the library and just tell the library that you, sir, are gonna create master. So you're gonna go from 2. So it's already mapped this to this, which is good. And then you are gonna go here. I think already mapped it so that 3 is Dudgeon base, yes. So if we go here, now it should be all mapped. Just put this aside here. Let's let's try them again. They're muted. Okay, this is a little bit strange. I'm not sure why I'm not sure why it's not behaving like... I'm not sure why it's not behaving like the rest of the contact libraries. Anybody know? Give us a hand. Second. Output, create separate output. Do chat 1, 2 routed. Okay. Well, we don't need 1, 2. I think what's happening is that it's creating in the same output 1, 2. It's creating this. I'm not sure why it didn't do that last time with the previous track we worked on. I mean, obviously, I can have... There is a way around this, which is obviously making sure that I reroute each section by itself. And there is also another solution, which is basically just printing this together, because at the end of the day, even in the DI, I'm gonna print it together and then just cut it. So basically what I'm saying is that I'll treat this as one output, because at the end of the day, even if I output it, print it separately, I'm gonna merge it into one track, right? So I might as well just print this as one track for DI, and then we'll print it as one track for the distorted version. So yeah, why not? Let's do that. Let me check again. Go to export if these are updated. Okay, so we've got them here. Right, so what we want to mark is everything here. So French harp. So all of these are contact outs. And kick, snare, tom, superior drummer. Contact. Where is the organ? Okay, so stuff like this, like twin and sine. Are the harps here? The harps are here. Strings are here. Woodwinds are down. Choir is down. Choir sustain is here, but not the staccato. All right, let me see if I can fix this as well. Choir open. Let's see. Okay, that makes sense. So if I go to the choir mix, which is you're here, and I solo this section for okay, so everything is coming out of the same track, which is I don't want. So this is one ensemble. This multi-output thing is quite frustrating. So create separate mask, but I don't want to. I just want like a regular output. I think it's because I'm doing what do you call it? Multi. No, but I don't. But that doesn't make sense because the bass is also multi. It's very. So what I'm trying to do for those who don't understand what I'm trying to do is that if you go to a normal, like a regular instance of contact, you have like different tracks. You can actually set the output to your different channels, right? But here, for some reason, let me check the outputs. Here, for some reason, it's not showing the exact same settings. Um, One second. Okay, let's try something. I think maybe I found a way. One second. Okay, I think I fixed it. Okay, so all it is. Okay, I think I fixed it. So what it is, it was just an output problem. So for some reason, some instances of contact when I'm loading them, they're not opening my preset that I've set up. For some reason, oh shit. One second. Yeah, I'm moving shit around. Let me just make sure that I didn't move more. Okay. Okay. Yeah, so what you need to do is exactly what I've just discovered in front of you. Is just you just need to go and reset the outputs, and yeah, that will fix it. And yeah, so I think now when we go to export an audio export, we'll find the new outputs. But what I want to do, I just want to do some cleanup because I think I have this as well, which I don't need. I just need to get rid of this. Okay, so that's fine. Now I can rename this to acquire sustain, and then it's matched. I can now, if I want, since I've discovered what's the issue is, I can go to the base and fix it if I want to. But I'm convinced now that I would, because I'm gonna add it to the same track anyway, I might just export the base as one track. Let's unmute. Let's make sure that everything's selected. Just because I've been playing around when I just got stuck at that. This is why I said, before coming into this today, I said like doing this live on stream is gonna confuse me a little bit. Okay, MIDI. Why is this by itself? Like, it's stuff like this that happens sometimes. You're like, what is going on? One second. This one here. I don't know where this MIDI came from. Okay. Fantastic. Let's do a save after we've managed to defeat that problem. Okay, now let's go back and see with the export if there's anything else that is going around. Okay, so synth organ, symphonic organ, church organ, the harps are here. What else? Woodwinds are... There's only one, so it's here. Brass, each one is has its own channel. synths, and this one as well. Contact has only mosaic leads, piano. Need that. Risers, we need that. Risers are here. Sub destroyers, what we need as well. And the choir sustain. Now there should be another choir here, shouldn't it? Choir staccato. Bass. What's happened? Okay, it has actually separate outputs for them, but I'm not sure if it's gonna pick each separately. Let's see what will happen. I don't know what will happen. Drums, we don't need to print it. I think that's all. That's all. All right. Cool. So now the saving. So we don't need all of this. We just need to say, I would love if we don't have to put anything before here, just so it can actually just spit out the name of the channels. But I always want to, so I'm gonna just type the initials, which is GGX Holy Orders. That's it. I think this is how it show. Folder. This is wrong. This is the wrong folder. I'm gonna actually cover this track again next year, hopefully, but in C standard instead of B standard, just to see, the difference between my, the skills this year and next year. We go to one second. Would it always be put audio? Put a new folder here just in case. And path. Oh no. God damn it. I didn't want to. Nothing's going right now. Go back to this. Go back to this. And then go here. Save. Right, finally. Jesus Christ. Yeah, but this is what I said at the beginning of the stream, is that doing this the first time on stream is a little bit. I was a little bit nervous about it, not gonna lie. Yeah, I was a little bit nervous about it, not gonna lie, because yeah, normally I do this stuff, by myself, and and when you get these kind of hiccups, you fix them alone and all of that stuff. But on the stream, you want to make sure that you're entertaining, and these hiccups sometimes, because you need to think about, okay, what do I need now to fix this? They can bore the stream out, consume from the, entertainment of the stream. That is why I was like, oh shit, what if I ran into a problem? How can I? What will happen? But yeah, I think after when I'm gonna do this like multiple times, I think I'll get used to it. Let me just take this. Okay. Right, so everything's printed. So now what we do, go to the folder and import everything. So it was here, and I was right to create a file because it was just gonna dump them in the um, in this session of the Cubase. Just looking that kick, snare, and all of that stuff, I didn't want to print it, to be honest with you, so I don't really need this. I don't need this. All right. Control A. Let's add this, all of this to any bar. It's asking me here, insert object as one track or each in different tracks, obviously different tracks. Now it's asking me, you want to convert some files? Obviously, yes, I think you don't need them because they're already in the same, they came out of the file and a lot of them, are set to the settings of it, but you click OK anyway. Now it's doing a lot of importing. The screen, boom. Now we've got everything. Just printing the audio. So let's change this to 1 and move everything to 62. Right here. 62. Okay, now I think it's all aligned. So if we go here and mute the bass, not the drums, then we mute the orchestra and the production and the ad hocs. Not sure why these are counted as ad hocs, but yeah. Is there anything here? There's this. I don't want this. It's disabled anyway. Okay, now let's see what will happen. Okay. I'm just trying to see where's the strings. So let me just see if I can further. Well, naming doesn't expand. Basically, I'm trying to see where the strings are. What channel are they? Strings, because I didn't hear any strings. Well, except now the sustain one. But I want high string 33. Okay, let's check 33. Okay, cool. Whereas I should have just deleted this. Not sure if you can delete these numberings. Here it is. 39. Okay, it seems like everything is here, so let's not get paranoid about it. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is we're gonna put everything in its folder. So first, I want to make sure that all of these are not in the ad hoc folder. I have no idea why it would be. Just put them here. So now if I muted this, I don't know why this. Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, because the ad hoc folder basically has the outputs, the main outputs. So if you mute the output ad hoc folder, you mute the outputs, virtually everything. Um, and I think like everything here. I thought these are not being muted, but I'm looking at the folders. Yes. Okay. Anyway. God, it's a little bit annoying when I'm doing it here. Okay. Let me just make sure where did the 0 to 8 track go. I think these are. Yeah, 31 is not here. I think these are the stuff that we just didn't select. So let me just make sure. Okay, yeah, it starts from 9. Yeah, so it's this is the stuff that you have the stuff that you haven't select are already numbered, but they don't come out. Okay. So we got bays here and bays. Let's take the bays. Let's close all of the big folders. Okay, let's take the bays. Let's open the band. Put these here. Okay, now what do we have here? French harp, French. So this is the orchestra. So let's take the harps and put them. Okay, and now what do we have here? Organ, 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 and organ. Exactly. 5 organs. Them in the organ folder. Next. Strings ensemble, strings high, strings low. Fantastic. The 3 tracks are here. Put them in the right folder. Trumpets, horns, trombones, cymbasi, and tuba. Put them in the correct folder. And what do we have here? We've got woodwinds. Although it's one track, it has a folder. And choir, staccato. I think the other one is down, so we'll come to it. See if I can find it. Sustain should have an N at the end. Let's see. We'll probably find. Ah, it is. Fire sustain. I don't know why they just assumed the worst immediately. Right. So percussion. So I've got 1, 2. Got this. Let me just see if they're missing anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1. All right. Now we've got the synths. So let's close this folder and open the production folder. And I think we're gonna put everything here. So left, just go. Oh, okay, lagged a little bit. Left, we'll just go here, and then we'll open this. So these synths, put them in a folder, but I think this folder needs to be bigger, to be honest. I think the piano needs to go the orchestra. So Anna, 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 and the BX, the fire inside, and the opening credits, all of these go to the synths folder. And then I will show you what I do normally with the MIDI. Piano should go to the orchestra by itself. Okay. And risers, let's just keep them here. I mean, you can put like drops and stuff like this. So you can add a folder here and just type drops and risers. Drops, risers, and swells. And impacts and shit like that. Okay. Here, then take all of this stuff, put it inside. And okay, now what we're gonna do. Now what we're gonna do is gonna make sure the naming convention is right and the coloring is right and all of that stuff. All of this stuff is necessary for the mix. I know it sounds like it's just like tidying up, but then when we start mixing, this stuff is really necessary. So I'm gonna set the folders to white folders, and then the groups, you'll see me put them in black. Guitars, we don't need anything. Bass, okay, let's check that these are ported correctly. What do you know? There's nothing here. Okay, it's good that we checked this. We need to do the bass. So let's just ignore it for now and try to finish the rest. So close the band. Let's see the orchestra. Okay, harps. Fantastic. Let's do. To be honest with you, normally what I do is that when they're all grouped before we put them all in each folder, normally I just do this and just delete the nonsense behind them. Yeah, again, I'm just trying to feel as comfortable as possible on. So this right color here. Now, what I do is when I find like tracks that have successfully just changed, I disable them and put them in the disabled track section. I just want to see something here. Fantastic. Okay, so yeah, so what I do, and this is like the section where printing everything to audio makes sense. This is what I'm gonna do now. Is why I do it in the first place. Just you can disable this, and then all of the processing power that you'd normally do from playing this will go away. You'll just deal with the audio now, which has way less processing power. And you put it in disable tracks, and it's gone. Now you only have audio. Close the harps, open the organ, and sound in a different context way. Refer to something else. Okay, so this first one. And then I think this has a chord progression here as well. Yeah, this sounds good now. And then let's check the second one. I just jump from one to another, and then obviously control while you're selecting stuff to speed things up. And here you are all selected. Let's just do the same coloring. Disable these first. Where are you? Where are you? Disable selected tracks. Oh, all disabled. And we'll do same type of coloring convention. So it was like a dark purple for this one. It was a little bit lighter for this. Then symphonic or organ, and the rest has the same type of purple. Sounds good. Now we take all of this stuff and we bring it down to the disabled tracks. See you, gone. All right. Next, and by the way, we are gonna hide everything in the disabled tracks after they're all here. You'll go to visibility and then you'll literally hide everything that is in disabled tracks, and then your mixer would look cleaner as well. Strings. Again, it's a little bit of a manual process, but to me it's very important. If I don't do this, I can't mix. And I think, you know what I'm gonna do, because this is a little bit quiet, I'm just gonna play some music in the background so we can enjoy this as well. Just in case I wanna speak and you can hear me. Disable tracks again. And this is good that I've disabled the strings because they're they have very heavy processing power. And what I'm also gonna do, I'm gonna just recolor this to a different type of brown, just because it's an ensemble. Now let's take all of that and put it in the disabled tracks, and let's recolor these. Good. Alright, strings are done. Brass. Again, let's disable everything. Wait for it. Done. Alright, and then all of these. Can you multicolor stuff? Let me see. If I click Alt, Shift Alt and do this. Oh yes, fantastic. Here. Alright, so trumpets, horns, trombones. So again, I'm clicking tab to go to the next one. Control left, right, and then Control Shift and left, and then you delete. This is kind of like some keyboard shortcuts that kind of speed things up. So everything disabled. Bomb. Next, woodwinds. And we color the track. It's kind of like a bright green. Yeah, this one. Disable. See ya. And close it. Wire. Same thing. Disable. I'm pretty sure there is a faster way of doing this. Like, for example, disabling every single MIDI track first and then doing everything at the same time. But I always feel like when I do stuff like this, like in bulks, some mistake leaked in, some mistake slipped away, and I hate to find like these type of mistakes when I mix. Like this is like, for example, see how we found the mistakes in the bass guitar? This is exactly what I'm talking about, right? There is a lot of them. Swells, cushion cymbals, NATO. Oh, damn. Okay, no worries. To copy this and put it here. I think I did this by mistake. By the way, the track that's playing right now is my other cover of the game Guilty Gear. That one is this track that's playing is called The Midnight Carnival, and I've covered this in 2015, I think, or 2014. So every single skill I had was way weaker than now. But maybe I'll recover it in the future. Like you can hear the guitars needed a little bit more EQ. I think I've recorded the guitars using my Zoom multi-effect. I'm telling you, it's a completely different era of my like production. Okay, looks like we're done orchestra. Let's move to production. Alright, let's disable everything here. So let's disable this. Let's disable these. Let's disable these. This and this and this. Fantastic. Okay, so now let's see what we're working with. So we've got Anna. Oh wait, synths we need. Okay, and then we've got also Anna. I'm actually gonna do something now. I'm just gonna undisable the three Annas just to make sure I get the preset names correct. Just for like documentation, I like to have the preset name. 1 second, what was this? Yeah. So yeah, I like to. So if I ever look back at this track or open the mix or something like that, I know exactly what preset I used. It's just like a standard thing that I normally do. As you can see, like this is, for example, Mosaic tape opening credits, Mosaic leads fire inside. But for these, I know that one of them is We Came as Soul, but the rest I don't think they are. So let me see if I enable these. Just make sure. Okay, so this one, fantastic. Just want to see this. this are the same. Is there something else? Oh, I know. So basically, I think it's the output from the... I think it wasn't muted from the mixer. Okay, so this is the game as we saw Tarek. What's this? Okay, that's the same one. So now you can be gone. And then let's find out what this is. This is solo sax tenor. Solo sax tenor. To be honest with you, I'm gonna remove the synths here because the mosaic leads and mosaic stuff doesn't have synths. So I don't need this. I'm gonna remove it from here. I'm gonna also remove it from here. Okay. So solo sax and just to check. So you can go as well. Be gone. Then we've got this one. Pretty sure this is Icy Bell. Yes, it is. So this is the preset Icy Bell. I've used this in one of my other tracks. I really like this one. Icy Bell. And here. Again, I mean, there are a lot of stuff that maybe I can do off screen, but I want to show at least once or twice. I might not do this like renaming convention setting up every single time. I might do like maybe in the next song, I might do this step off camera, and then just when I come to the stream, everything's ready. But since this is the first time I do a mix on stream, I want to show exactly everything I go through, you know, and then maybe when people get the gist of it, I'll just skip some stuff. Okay, Anna Icy Bell, got that. Now let's make sure this is the correct. First of all, disable this. I'm pretty sure this is the correct preset, but I'm just gonna check. The rest are good, so we don't have to do this anymore. Let's check the BX one. Yes, the preset is called Future. Disable. All right, let's take these and get them out of the way. See ya. All right, now let's do some coloring. So these play together, so I'm gonna keep them the same color. The Icy Bell plays. Do all of these play? Okay, these three, they play the same thing almost. Well, not almost. They do just play the same thing. So they're gonna be colored differently. So let's go to maybe this. Just want to see the respective solo. What's the color of it? Okay. Oh. Okay, so actually I don't want it to be exactly the same color as the guitar solo. So let's do, what should we do? Let's do this. And same for this. I think this is also again, no. I thought this would be the same color as something else. Okay. Okay, now you've got at the end, I think this plays with these, so I'm gonna bring it up to them. Here, no, sorry, go back. You, come here. Yeah, this plays together with these, so I'm gonna keep it the same color. So now, they're actually way tidier now. Just make sure that same color. Cool. Okay, that's done. Now, what do we have here? Visor. Okay, fire inside, and all of this stuff, tape, mosaic tape. Mosaic tape is here. Mosaic neon. Where's mosaic neon? What? Am I missing something? Mosaic neon. Let me just make sure I delete all of these. They're not here. Sub destroyer, which is obviously base drop. All right. So what we're missing here is mosaic neon and the base. But mosaic neon, I don't know why it's not hasn't been printed. Let me go check the folder. Mosaic neon. All right. I don't think it's been exported. Yeah. Hasn't been exported for some reason. Okay, that's fine. So what we do is we enable it. All right, sorry. Enable it. Export audio mix down. Where are you? And how did you slip? Right, let's see. Let's see if we play this. Where are you? Put it in solo. Make sure everything's and put where do you play? You play here. Right. Did we have a problem with this one and we just fixed it? What happened? One second. Bring me the VSC. Let me just take a look at the VSC. Open contact. Contact doesn't want to open. Oh, okay. Silly me. Enable contact. Now open. Okay. So which one are you? You're this one. let me mute these 'cause I don't want them in the way. And let's play. Okay, I think if we go here. Hmm. Incredibly interesting. Enable this one. Wow. We've discovered this at the very late stage. Okay, well, solo this. Oh yeah. What's this opening credits? It's because I've soloed it here. It's still not playing. What's the problem? These type of stuff that happens. Uh okay. Is this going to the wrong thing? Oh, it's going to the right thing. Contact layers. It's going to the wrong. Going to the right thing. This is coming out of third MIDI. It's coming out of the fourth MIDI. And all of the outputs are, well, the needed outputs are active. So what's happening? Jesus. It's working now. Okay. Now, all right. What about here? Okay. So, if that's the case, we fixed it. Apparently, we need to do another export for these. So let's see. This is playing from here. So this naming. This goes here, and then this is playing from this output. Now it all makes sense. Okay. So we fixed these two mistakes. What I'm gonna do, where's the audio for them? So this was the opening credits one here, this audio one. I think it was playing, I think we already have the neon big bass thing. Because if I solo this, which is this, right? So I don't need this. I just need to rename this. The proper naming. I think the real one that we need is the opening credits one. That's the one that we need. Okay. And the bass as well. So the rest seems fine. Everything here seems Or about the bass drop. Let me just see something about the bass drop. Yeah, so it seems fine. Let's go to export and try to fix this. I'm gonna disable the big bass one. And the fire inside is already disabled. I'm gonna disable contact. Actually, I'm not gonna disable contact because we need it for this. And let's do an export. What do we have here? So these two didn't do anything, so I'm just gonna export the bass. And can I just deselect everything? Audio channels. I just want to make sure that nothing else is selected. So I just want to export this, and I want to export the opening credits. And that's it. So let's go ahead and do that. Wow, I can actually adjust the naming convention. Okay, I'll do that. Maybe later, play around with it later. But okay, export audio. So we're exporting bass now, and then the opening credits. After that, we're gonna... So we exported the DI. After that, we'll just turn on the distortion for the bass. Export it again, distorted. And we will just add it as layer. Okay, so this is the bass, and where is the opening credit? This one. So those two, bring them over. Different tracks. Okay. Boom. Got them. Let's get rid of this. Okay. First of all, all right, so this is the bass, and this is fantastic. Right, so let's put them at 62, I think it was. Right, you come here with me. Where's the synths? Go here, and then the bass. We put it with a band, the bass folder. Okay. We don't need these two. Yeah. This is gonna be DI. And it's gonna be same color. Okay, and let's go here. We can disable this now. We can disable this. And this is gonna be renamed. So I don't know why this was renamed to bass, but whatever. Okay. We take all of the stuff that we disabled, put them in the disabled folder. This should be here in the synth folder. And this plays like totally different than any of the rest. So yes, we'll as it did here, we'll keep it in a different color. So I'm just gonna color it Uh, I think it's, yeah. Okay. Now all of these guys will be, where is it? I think it's this one. And then we will disable everything here. Put it in the disabled tracks. Fantastic. Sounds good. Got everything. Last thing, as we said, is we're gonna go to the base. We're gonna turn on the distortion just so we can keep the layer. Turn it on here and turn it on here, and then do another print. So export audio mix down. Yeah, print that. I'm just gonna. I don't want it to override it. Just export audio. Create unique. It's asking me, do you want to create unique file name? Oh, I think I might have exported, what do you call it, the mosaic tape as well. It doesn't matter. Okay, so this should be the distorted one now. Let's give it a listen. It's loading. Okay, and here we go. Oops. So let's hear how this sounds like. Now I can do a tone match for these two sections very easily. And we can like get them to sound the same. But to be honest with you, the slide effect doesn't really need to sound exactly like this one. Obviously, it will be better, but I don't think religiously it needs to be. Because I've done it in my previous song, like this slide here, and this slide is the same thing. It's a different sample, but it sounds good. So just before the breakdown. That slide. And this slide was from exactly, I've done the same thing, it's a different sample. Just because I want that slide from the gin bass, and I can't get the same sound from Eurobase, but I want Eurobase to be my main bass. So yeah, the dilemma. So let's take this and put it here, and we'll call it. First of all, we put it inside the folder, and we'll call it bass. Call it Eurobase because it's most of the track. Okay, so now we have this one. And now we can safely disable all the bass tracks. Oh, we disabled the DI by mistake. Alright, Cubase needed a minute. Let me just enable this and then save. Let me save it with everything unmuted. Cool. I'll take these ad hocs, disabled, and there you go. Right. So this is every single export. Now the only type of exports that I'm gonna do left is one thing, which is I'm gonna export symbols, crashes, just because I will use them as reverse symbols. So what I do, I'm gonna go to the drums, go far away here, open the editor. I'm gonna take these crashes. This. Let's put it here. No. Is there anything? Fantastic. What I want to do is just say to Cubase, hey, can you please just print this? Okay, and then I will reverse it and we'll use that as well. Now the rest of the crashes from the orchestra, we've already printed those, so we can do that manually. But yeah, let's just go ahead. Just wondering, should I quantize this or keep it as the hit? I'll just keep it like that. A little bit natural. Although it doesn't make sense because the reverse simple is a little bit unnatural, but keep like because it's gonna uh, do a riser to the same effect. I think it will work out good. Yes, what do I want to export? I'm gonna export overheads. I'm gonna export actually the entire drums here. Better. Let me create the master group for the drums right now. Obviously, I'm gonna start creating groups after this, but let me just do it now quickly. Add track. Oh wait. Channels. Configuration stereo and let's just send everything. Let's just send everything. And normally I set the groups to black. Now file, export, select everything. Anything else selected? Good. So group tracks from master. I'm gonna call it Riv export. Done. Okay, let's find it. It's right here. Let's put it in the project. Okay, Cubase is waiting. Here we go. Okay. And it's done. Now this here, just take it away. It's away, yes. So this is gonna be our we already have a lot of reverse symbol stuff, but this is gonna be our reverse symbol for the crashes, and we can use this as ad hoc whenever we can add add it, and it sounds good. We will. So real-time processing. Where was it? Processes reverse. Now it sounds like this. Fantastic. Okay, so I'm gonna keep this here. Put it in production. Okay, let's close this. Close what do we have open? Close this. Close this. Open production. This needs to go here. Open this. Give it a nice color. Like the rest of the group. Hey, buddy. Why is it being stubborn? Ah, okay, I know. I was selecting the actual. All right, reverse symbol. Oh, now we've got it ready. So whenever we want to add it, we can. So I'll just put it away from the project so that we can add it later. Is there anything else we need to do like that? I think that's all. I think the session is now ready to be mixed. So how much time do we have? We still have 10 minutes. So in this 10 minutes, what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna uh, do my setup routing. Okay. So what that mean? What does that mean? Is that I'm gonna set the groups and the master buses that I normally do, and this is how this defines exactly how like this is a very big foundation of how I mix. So first we need to get some group tracks. So we're gonna do mix bus, band, orchestra, and production. So 4. Okay. That's initially. We're still gonna get more for each group, but that's initially. So ad hoc groups. Okay, so we'll call this bus. Call this band master. We'll call this orc master. Wait. And we'll call this prod master. Okay, and this needs to be here. Band org production. Band is the main one. Then the org, then the production. That's how it goes. And now we tell, let's go to the mixer. We tell all of these 3 to go. Is this selected? We don't want all of these 3 to go to the mix bus. Okay. And then now let's do some fun stuff. So we need for the band some groups here. For the band we need guitar group, a bass group, and a drum group. We need a tom group. We need a rhythm guitar group and a lead guitar group. So 6 groups just for the band. So we take these and we name guitar, 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 or lead. I think we've done drum master actually. Bass. And this one, we'll just keep it for the stuff that's coming next. So let's take these. And we don't need this. And let's go to the band. Okay. So guitar, mass, all of these three. You guys go here. Actually, let me just save myself some trouble. Color them black. So my groups are always colored in black. The folders, the master folders are colored in white. Yeah, you guys go here. You go here. And you go here. Now drums. I want the toms. So let's start with the guitars actually. Be tidy. Okay, so you guys, all of you, are gonna go to the rhythm guitar group. Boom, 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 done. You guys are gonna go to the lead guitar group. Done. And then guitar master, I want it to be after this. So this is at the end. Here. Now, and you guys, you two, are gonna go to the guitar master. The guitar master is gonna go to, where are you? Band master. Makes sense? Okay. Bass. Both of you guys are gonna go to the bass master, and the bass master is gonna go to the band master. Now, one thing I'm gonna do as well here, since I'm doing this, is I'm gonna duplicate the bass DI and call it bass amp. And the difference between bass amp and bass euro bass, that this is gonna be an amp that we're gonna set, and then we're gonna choose what type of bass tone we're gonna get. We might get a blend of the three, one of them, three of them, two of them. I don't know. We'll see. I want to have the everything ready. So that's done. Bass masters, band master, all of these to bass master. Now, you guys, all of you, are gonna go. You already are going to drum master. Oh, I've just found out something. Why are the toms in this batch grouped already? Again, this is the first time I use the death metal one. Normally I use Metal Machinery. But yeah, user mics. Like, this is literally the first time. This is the first time I don't get all of the toms together. Okay. Okay, so if I click this, I can see everything. Okay, interesting. So now I'm thinking, now I have a dilemma. I'm thinking what to do. Either for this track, I will just try to mix the toms from within this, because it has this black box and the reverb on it. Or I'll just take them out. Like, I don't care about the black box, to be honest with you, or the reverb. Yeah, I might just... I'm gonna write this down because this is probably gonna be for beginning of next stream. I don't want to waste time with it right now. So, all right, we've done reverse symbols. We're doing the groups, master mixes. It's okay. Okay. So we have group everything. We have these two are gonna leak into the next session. That's fine. Gain staging on this. I'm gonna think about this offline, but I'm gonna do it with you on the stream. But I don't want to waste time playing with this right now. But I'm gonna put a note here. So Tom plus, we'll do it together at the beginning of next stream. What do we have now? So everything here is going to drum master. Toms are going to drum group. We're just gonna leave this. I'm gonna put this just out of being cautious. I don't forget about it. I'm gonna put it into the drum map. Then I'm gonna go here. Drum master after. Toms are going here. Okay, sounds good. Now the drum master is going to band master. That's it. Now all of these guys also needs groups. So there's the harp group, there's organ group, harp, organ, strings, trumpet, woodwinds doesn't, choir, percussion. So 6 groups we need to add. We already have 1. So let's go ahead and add 5 more. I'm gonna put the groups to already go to the orchestral master. Okay, let's make sure that this also goes to the orchestral master. So you guys are coming with us. Come on. Yeah. Here. Close this. Close this. Open the orchestral master. Orchestral folder. Okay, so first you go organ. You go harps. You go strings. You go brass. Wait. Did we go strings? I'm gonna put brass. Did we go strings? Yes, we put. You go choir. And you go percussion. Okay, so let's go ahead and route everything properly. So we'll start with the harps. You two. 12, which is harp group. Okay, and then this is organ group. You go to organ group. String group. Yeah, I think next time I might I might do this off stream because I forget. I mean, again, this is my first experience doing this on stream. I forget how boring this could be. trumpets, but I have to do it. I mean, I cannot mix without doing this. Just I can't. Group 14, which is gonna be group. Woodwinds doesn't need any choir. Go to choir group, which is group 15. Group. I actually, you know, this some of the groups are unnecessary, but it's just to tidy up the session. Like this, I don't think I'm gonna do anything with this really. These going to percussion, which is group 16. Work group. Okay, right. And all of you are already going to mass. That's fantastic. One thing though is you're gonna be because I don't like anything that has the default color. Woodwinds doesn't have anything. Choir. Actually, I just want to check if the woodwinds is actually going to the orchestra group and the piano. So woodwind C, right, orchestral group and the piano, orchestral master. Fantastic. See everything. Look how neat it is. Color black, color black. Then it kind of splits out the session. I just cannot work if it's not like this. Right now again. So these guys, this needs to be. Okay, let me just do something to the visibility. So output, sorry, zones. Where are you? Input, output. So you're gonna go here. All of you guys. Sounds good. Everything is becoming neater now. What else can we do? What else? Just check that everything's routed. Oh, what do you mean? What else? We still have some stuff where we still have the production, the entire production folder. So let's go to production. I put the piano at the right output just to check. Yeah, orchestration. All right, production. We've got synths and drops and all of that. So, all right, let's group them. You never know. I might need it. I might not. But what's the harm? Okay, folder. We just need two. Production master and group. I want to create an acronym for this: risers, swells, and drops. RSD, RSDI, and impacts. RSDI coined this term now. All right, take these, put it here. Take this, put it here. No, inside the folder. Okay, now take all of you. All of you. I group. Check that everybody's on board with the plan. Yes. Then we take all of you guys and we put you in the synth group. Alright, let's check if everybody's on board here. Fantastic. Let's close everything. Right, now we have a very neat session. That feels good. Okay, I'm gonna call this. Obviously, we still have to do the toms next stream, but I'm gonna click File, Save As. I'm gonna call this Mixing. And there you go. Okay, so for the next stream, what we're gonna do is tom routing. That somehow slipped through the session, because again, the way normally I do it is that with Metal Machinery, it automatically gives you the split, but with this one, it's very interesting the way they've done it. Is normally I've got this automatically open like this. I've got normally this automatically selected. But what I'm gonna do next stream is I'm gonna take all of these, just make sure I have them all in separate outs, and just disregard this black box effect. I mean, how do they sound without them? Let's check actually. Let's check. Let me go to a tom section. Just what's ah. Let's loop this. Wait, come back here. This. Okay, it does sound good. It does sound really good with a black box, but I think we can achieve this result. I just don't like to have to lose this type of control. I mean, I'm thinking the problem is you cannot duplicate this, right? You see, if you could duplicate this, what I would have done is I would have just duplicated this and then routed each tom to to one of these, and then kept the effect. But no, I mean we can do it. from reverb. Just want to see something because the snare, I think after we routed everything, lost its to it. All right, cool. So yes, now that we've seen that the black box doesn't make anything, and not doesn't make, obviously it adds a very good improvement, but now that we've seen that I don't really necessarily need it, I'll just route the toms properly. This might mean that some of these might change, and I need to change the naming convention here, but yeah, we'll do that. We'll do that. I might actually do that now that I've said what I'm gonna do. I might just do that before the session, then just jump straight into mixing and gain staging on Sunday. So, all right, we've been streaming for 3 hours and 14 minutes and 35 seconds. Thank you so much for joining us. This has been great. It's been a little bit more quiet than usual, but that's fine. Hopefully, people will see this on YouTube sometime in the future. And I'm excited. I've got the new mic. I want to see how this sounds, on YouTube, and in the VODs on Twitch and Kick. But yeah, next session is the same as always. You can find the schedule wherever you're watching from. If you look underneath, you'll find the schedule. If it's YouTube, description. If it's Twitch and Kick, you'll find it down the panels. So it's every Friday from 8 to 11, which is now 11:15 p.m. and UK time, and every Sunday 6 to 9 UK time p.m. And there is a chance that on Sunday we'll start streaming earlier, maybe from 5, and we'll do like a longer stream, like a 4-hour stream, just because I'm mixing this. Also for next Friday, we're gonna do an unpack session. So we're gonna unpack the song that I've just released, Starry Night, and I'm just gonna unpack that mix. I'm gonna talk about like some decisions I've made, the production stuff that I've made, production decisions, mixing decisions, songwriting decisions, things like that. What I could have done better. When I listen to the track, what I could have, what things I'm gonna, take with me to the next mix, which hopefully would be this one. And yeah, that would be on Friday. But let's take it stream by stream. So on Sunday, we'll mix this. Hopefully, we can finish it within one stream. If we can't, then we'll carry on the mix on the one after. But just as I said, bear with me. This is the first time I mix live on camera, and it's a little bit, because I need to keep talking. So, you guys see what I'm saying, and I need to also try to do it as faster than I would do, which is a fantastic exercise for me, to be honest with you. And I need to try to make as less mistake as possible. Not obviously, definitely not to show, for example, that I'm good at this. I'm just learning. I'm normal. Like I'm not one of these YouTubers or streamers that are pretending that I know everything and I don't make any mistakes. In fact, I make a ton of mistakes, and the way I mix my tracks is just for me to release my song. So I'm not doing like some elite mixing or production tricks or something. I'm just trying to release my songs and trying to make them sound as good as I can. with tools that are meant for this purpose that I've just mentioned, which is studio musicians, home musicians, solo musicians that are they just want to release some good music and not just worry about the mixing and stuff. That's why I use a lot of these tools, and as you will see in the next session. But with that being said, thank you guys. I hope you enjoy your night. We'll see you on Sunday, 6 p.m. And if you're watching this on YouTube, subscribe, like, click the bell to know when I'm live. If you're watching on Twitch and you haven't followed, please follow. Also, do us a favor and follow and try to get these targets here. We're just trying to reach them. It won't cost a lot from you, but it will mean a lot to us. And to us, I mean the community, because when I start to get this monetized, I can obviously make the quality better. But yeah, good night. Enjoy the rest of the weekend, and